Well, I grew up in town, but I always was out in Kispiox every weekend and sometimes for summertime. Um, Berry picking, always big family thing. We'd go and do our berries. And my grandparents always had like a big fishing cannery in the back of their yard. If they had a moose, it would be hanging in the garage. Got to hang it for a few days till it drains out, and it would be shared. I remember arriving at my grandparents' house, and my grandmother opens the oven, and out comes a bunch of fish heads and tails. Oh, when I moved to Vancouver when I was like turning 22, I was so tired of fish. But after a while, I went to this gathering and someone served some fish with onions, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. And I realized that I do like fish, and I love fish. It's in our DNA. The other thing, going out to see my grandparents, we'd start going for little drives up the valley, and my grandfather would always point out where our lahip was. He was always teaching. My grandfather was really ahead of his time. And my grandmother, she knew all the smokehouse and fishing and canning. I was just thinking how they were like, their house was like a hub. They had a store and they had a pool hall, gas station. And just people we were already a big family, but then all these other people would still come and she would feed them. She would feed them. That's part of our culture. That's another thing that we do is we always want to eat with you and share. My mom told me, you give the best. I was getting ready for a feast one time and doing ma'i, and I had my last quart of huckleberries. I didn't want to part with it. And she goes, you give the best. Okay. You don't take more than you need. And, sometimes when people have a trap line and then they don't go and check it right away, or if you have a net, you don't go check it right away and the fish are no good when you pull them up, that's a waste. So you have to really take care of, follow those things. And, we all know when there's been a fire somewhere and we know there's going to be good berries there. So those are important things to know. We don't do that traditional burning, I guess, that used to happen before, to ensure those berries come back. For me, that was what it was a lot of harvesting of the berries, doing the fishing, canning, helping with the pressure cookers, helping with the cleanup, washing the fish, counting them, figuring it all out, helping out that way. It was a family affair. But my grandmother did the lion's share, my Nana. Well, that's where the newcomers come in. That's where the industry comes in. The Canadian laws have restricted us from even leaving the reserve. And now you see people with fences around their yard or their property. And it's restricted us from going where we would normally go sometimes. That's impacted how we sustained ourselves, how we take care of ourselves, how we share with each other. So it's more than just we can't get any fish, or we can't go get our berries where we normally do. It's a whole community thing. Ownership. We don't really own it. We are just taking care of it for all the people and the future generations. Well, we're going to go check out our fishing hole, one of them. And another cousin of mine wants to know what we need where can we get a net and a boat? And we want to be able to get our own fish instead of counting on hopefully somebody gives it to us. Every year I come up, I post, I'm home, where can I get some fish? I hope I get some fish. Yeah, so it'd be nice if we know the net went in. We know we're going to have fish tomorrow morning. So, yeah, the use of the fishing sites is, we lost some of that capacity. So now we're trying to gain back that capacity. I'm trying to get people back on the land. We rebuilt a cabin to today's standards. We had traditionally had 2 trapping cabins. So maybe survival cabins, right? Just somewhere to temporarily stay. So we do have one out the valley on our Lachyip that I'm in the process of trying to figure out activities to make sure we get out there, because it is quite a ways out. Because that's what we're responsible for, not just me. And it's for them, for the wilt. And it's so beautiful out there. So I'm hoping. We went last year for some archaeology training, 5 days, and we went out intentionally on our own Lachyip, and we found out we have lots of good medicine out there, medicinal plants. So I want to be able to get out there and harvest that, and that would be nice to share at a feast, because not everybody has that medicine on their land. We don't have cedar on our land. Other people do. So it is, I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. I think learning my mom taught me our breath song. We used to have to hire someone, our limp oi. We used to have to hire someone to sing it. And then my mom took it upon herself to learn it. And then when I learned it under her, now I'm teaching other people in our wilt. So it's really important. We're richer by having our own, being able to sing our own song. Well, I think even those people who knew all the songs are gone now. That, how many generations ago was that now? Must be 40 or 50 years. Those people back then, they knew all the songs, but I don't know anyone else's. I know our own. Now I'm just trying to keep it going in my lifetime. So those are the ways that, to me, makes us rich.